Challenge Cup final. Wigan Colts haven't been in this final for a long while. 1976, as Martin Dermott tells me. I'll just read the Wigan side out. Paul Unsworth, Steve McManamy, Damien Gregory, David Shaw, Richard Russell, Jeff Bimpson, Stephen Collins, Timmy Street, Ian Lucas, Chris Miller, Jed Staziker and Andrew Collier. The subs, Craig Rogers and Martin Ferris. I'll just hand you over to Martin now to give you the St Helens side.
St Helens Colts, number 1, Phil Price. Number 2, Sean Barrow. Number 3, Danny McLaughlin. Number 4, Alan Burrows. Number 5, Steve Geldard. Number 6, Matt Bailey. Number 7, John Rogers. Number 8, Adrian Erner. Number 9, Mark Lee. Number 10, Phil Southwood. Number 11, Ian Connolly. Number 12, Paul Jones. Number 13, Bernard Dwyer. And the subs are number 14, Alan Smith. Number 15, Austin Donegan. Back to you, Peter.
Thank you, Martin. Some good pros in this St Helens side and some amateurs in Wigan side. Got to take them on tonight. They're really fired up. And the match is kicked off. It's a good kick.
It's gone wrong, Brian.
It's gone really dead. Wigan are in confident mood, I think. And over to Martin.
A good drop there from Bernard Dwyer. Received by number 13, Andrew Collier. Andrew Collier taking the ball up to the St Helens defence. There's a high tackle. Yes, a high tackle there. The referee pointing him out. I think it's Connolly, yes, bringing Connolly out. Neil is just taking over. I think they're going, might go for goal here. I reckon that's the best choice. Yes, high tackle.
Yes, I think that's the best choice.
Who's that, Ryan?
We've played against this lad, what's his name again now? Connolly. Played against Connolly a few times and he's not been the best of players. He's been a little bit dirty and a little bit naughty, I think.
Ryan. Yeah, right, come on now. Ryan.
Early stages in this match yet. Players still warming themselves up. I'm back to Martin as this kick is being taken.
Is it on, Brian?
Yes, it's right between the posts. I don't think Carl should have any problem kicking this. Got plenty of height. Has he got the direction? No, not got the direction. Matt Bailey receives the ball. Yes, he's got the direction. Yes, it's over. Yes, a bit late there from the touch judges. They looked at each other then in disbelief. Yes, they've got the ball back. Yes.
No, it's on, Brian.
Bernard Dwyer got the ball, ready for the kick-off. It's 2 points, Wigan 2, St Helens 0. Back to you, Peter.
A good kick there from Carl Buxton. Really sound with his feet. Bernard Dwyer kicks off again. Collier just knocking the ball to the floor and receiving it and picking it up again. So a big hit there from St Helens. Timmy Street from behind the play of the ball. I think Wigan are going to run this away. Takes a drive to the left. Bimpson behind the ball. I think the forwards will take it up for the first 20 minutes. What do you think, Martin?
Yes, this is a good tactical play by Wigan, taking it up. We might just see a downturn in a minute.
Yeah.
No, big Christopher Collins gets the ball, drives it in, good hard hits and good running. Tim Street behind the play of the ball. Yes, downturn, yes, the downturn is on. Richard Russell receives the ball, the backs run down. It's a good kick. The full-back, no, the winger, Sean Barrow's got the ball, I think, yes. Good tackling from Steve McManamy and Damon Gregory. Good tackling, well up on the ball there. That's a good tackle. It's going to be an out game this, Peter. What do you think?
Well, definitely the two top sides. A few good pros in the sides, but Wigan have some good amateurs in this side. McManamy gets onto a loose ball, but he's forced into a touch. This, as I was saying, Wigan's got some good amateurs. Jeff Bimpson, really good scrum half. Paul Unsworth from St Pat's. Richard Russell Sam from St Pat's, but he's a good pro. He's been in the first team. Good footballer. St Helens put in. Wigan standing a little bit flat. Safety first football, do you think, Martin?
Yes, safety first. This is it. The first 10 minutes, that's what you can think about. Yes, Good tackle from Richard Russell and Damien Gregory. He's having a good game so far, Damien. He's doing some good stint of tackling. Is there again? Yes. Oh, it's loosed the ball very nicely. Yes, Ian Lucas has got Matt Lee. Rubs his face in the ground. Oh, yes, the number 7's getting a bit agitated there. Matt Bailey onto the prop forward. Good tackle again from Chrissy Collins and Ian Lucas. Out to Matt Lee. Matt Lee kicks the ball. It's going for touch. I think it's a good kick. Yes, just in the St Helens half. There's a scrum down. I think the Wigan pros are just cancelling the St Helens pros. They're just sizing each other up. The first 10 minutes is always hard. Back to you, Peter.
Well, St Helens have a lot more pros than Wigan in this side, but they can't rule Wigan's amateurs out. I don't think they should be amateurs really, but because they've got plenty of class. What do you think, Martin?
Yes, well, I reckon the amateurs are really, shone this season. Showed a few professionals. And back to the game. Yes, there's just been a loose sign by Timmy Street in the scrum. Bernard Dwyer kicks to touch, receives touch, about 15 yards. Scrum half to number 9. Yes, 2 moves there. Good tackle, good tackling, yes. Moved up on well there, Wigan. Moved up very well. Play the ball onto number 11, Connolly. It's a good tackle from Jerry Staziker and Andrew Collier. It's a good run as well. Plays it back to Matt Bailey. Matt Bailey to the number 10. Good tackle by Richard Russell. Richard knows Matt Bailey, and Matt Bailey knows Richard Russell, and Richard just telling him, you can't get past me today. Good pass to Bernard Dwyer from Matt Lee, but is equally outshone by the tackling. Number 7 to Matt Lee. Matt Lee's doing a lot of kicking. It's up in the air. David Shaw. Oh, it's not forward. And I think Wigan's got the ball. Yes, Wigan's got the ball. Carl Buxton's got this ball. Richard Russell to Chris Miller. Chris Miller out, just went over an outstretched leg there. Chris Miller back to Tim Street. Tim Street to Chrissy Collins. Gets the ball, well tackled. Wigan to play the ball. Back to Tim Street, to Jeff Bimpson. On to Ian Lucas. Ian Lucas is having a fine season. He's been in the first team a few times and he's having a good season. Scored a magnificent try on Sunday. Storming try. What do you think about that try on Sunday, Peter?
Well, actually I wasn't there, Martin, but I heard it was
Storming.
one hell of a good try. You see, back to the game now, and kick downfield there just went dead, I think. Scrum down, just waiting for the ball. Wigan back, still standing flat. Suppose it's well out by Street. This is good football. I think it's because they were standing flat there, they got caught out, but you have to do this at scrums most of the time these days. Street, onto Staziker. Well run, Jared Staziker. Collier behind the play of the ball, Bimpson first man. It's a penalty to St Helens. What was that for, Martin? Did you see that?
Well, it was pushing him, but the referee indicated that it weren't playing the ball properly. I can't see his decision there. Good kick from Bernard. Bernard's got, yes, into touch. Wingers gets the ball, passes to the scrum half. Scrum half's going to tap on the 10. Without Rogers, yes. To Matt Lee, to Connolly, no. The Earner's got the ball, number 8. Good tackling by Chris Miller and Ian Lucas. Back to Rogers, to Matt Lee. Matt Lee's got the ball, and there's a run around, yes. Bernard Dwyer. There's a lot of moves coming from the St Helens side. I'm a bit surprising, early in these stages. Matt Lee's got the ball. Good pass to Connolly. Connolly's got the ball. Good tackle from Jeff Bimpson there. Number 12's doing a little shimmy there. Good run, gets a lot of yards. The 5th, the last tackle. Is it going to be a kick or there's going to be a move? I know they're running it. I think he's in for a try. Yes, he's in for a try. St Helens are in for... No, it's cancelled the try. It looked like he gave the try there, Peter. What do you think? What do you think it was a try?
Well, from this angle we're a bit far away, but it looked over the line. They just might have got under him though, Martin, I think. Yes. Bimpson's going in the scrum. I think he's got the ball. Yes, he has. He's got the ball. I think we're going to just take it away. They've got a slight breeze and I think they should be using it this half. Keep them away to their half. Collier takes it up from behind the play of the ball. Meeting some big defence. I think Timmy Street will take it away. Yes, he does. I think they'll use these play the balls, and then use the downtown, get it down the field. Got a strong breeze now. This wind's getting up a bit. Timmy Street. Yes, it's going down. It's a good kick. Well taken by Price. Well run by Price. Taken well though. Taken well. Winger coming in for a run. It's good wing play that, Martin. Good wing play. And over to you again, Martin.
Yes, thank you, Peter. Yes. Play the ball back to Matt Bailey. Matt Bailey to Matt Lee, run around there. To Bernard Dwyer, on to Connolly. Nice move there. Good tackle by Jeff Bimpson. Richard Russell wrestling with him on the floor. Connolly to Matt Bailey. Bernard Dwyer to Burroughs. Burroughs is going for the try. No. It's a good tackle. Knock on by the number 2. Well, it's a hard pitch. I've been on the pitch, me and Peter ourselves, and I could take a long stud. In the middle it's hard, but on the corners, on the edges, it's well greened. The ball comes back to Bimpson. It's a good heel bash, Tim Street there. Bimpson trying to get away from clutches of Matt Bailey. Matt Bailey charging to Chris Miller. He's doing the donkey work today. Yes, looks like it. This has got the ball. He's going to play it back to Tim Street, to Ian Lucas, who's going to charge it up. Yes, he's running hard. Good tackling, good tackling. I think it's back to you, Peter.
Well, Chris Miller will do the donkey work and likes of Ian Lucas, because that's what they're on for, Martin, and that's what they're good at. In fact, that's what they're brilliant at. So penalty to Wigan, stiff arm. I told you, I talked about this lad.
Oh no.
Talked about this lad before, this Southwood, I think his name is. Connolly as well. Talked about him before. He's not a very nice lad. It's a good kick there for touch. I think we should find the move starting to be coming into this game now. We're going to settle down. Yes, I think they are going to play it. No, Jack. No run. I think Timmy Street should have had a run on that run around there. Street plays the ball to Bimpson. I think the move's on again though. Yes, it's on. Run around. Let's look for Ian Lucas coming onto this ball. Or Chris Miller. Ian Lucas is here. But he got a bit of a short ball there. But it's a good defence there. Good tackling. Well moved up. St Helens play the ball now. Well in, Ian Lucas there, and Collier in with his shoulder. Wigan tackling strong, both defences big. Defence is going to win this match, Martin. Over to you.
Yes, defence is always crucial in a game like this. Finals, that's all you go out to do. Play attacking rugby and defensive rugby. But the defence sometimes is more important than the attack. The fifth tackle, the referee's indicating the fifth tackle. Plays it back. Number 12 to Bernard Dwyer. I think he's going for touch. A grubber kick. Yes, he's into touch. Oh, it's good tactical play by St Helens. They're doing a lot of moves. We're going to try the moves, but they're not just appearing. It's a scrum. On the Wiggins 25. Bimpson put the ball in, straight out. Bimpson again puts the ball in. Yes, he's done it for feeding. Yes, it's back to you, Peter.
Yes, well, referees always start to give penalties round scrums because they can get away with murder, but I think they'll try to even the penalty score up, this referee. Dwyer puts the ball into touch. Incidentally, there's a player not playing tonight, Paul Doughty. He's not playing, but because he signed a bit too late for St Helens. It's a pity, really. St Helens look like to have a run around on here with the wall. Let's have somebody hitting the wall, I think. Timmy Street well in there. St Helens putting a lot of pressure on Wigan in this first half. This lad again, somebody better hit him, I think, because he's doing a lot of damage for St Helens defence. He's a good footballer. Dwyer's on the ball again. Bailey behind the play of the ball. What's he going to do? It's a grubber kick. I thought that was a double movement, Martin. I don't know about you. I think, has he given it?
Yes, give it.
He's given a try, but I thought it was a double movement. St Helens been applying a lot of pressure in this first half. They've really been on top, I thought. Wigan with this win should have been down their half a lot sooner. St Helens getting coached from the touchline here as they prepare to take this kick. Good pressure play from St Helens, holding the ball for 5 and then just putting it into touch. And as he prepares to take this kick, Wigan, I think Ian Lucas will have them round there, huddled together and giving them a team talk, telling the lads to come together, and they'll be fired up anyway for this game. It's a big game. I think they know what they have to do. They have to just keep possession football. What do you think, Martin?
Yeah, possession, that's what you have to have in this this game. If you've not got the ball, you can't score tries, Peter. That's a good kick there, by the full back pass. St Helens 6, Wigan 2. St Helens applying all the pressure. Richard Russell was come to the kick-off, the centre of the field. The Wigan forwards quite nice girl going at the bottom here with a shopping bag. Yes, got a nice yellow skitter and back to the play. Yes, oh, Tim Street, no, it's gone to touch. Yes, I thought Tim Street would have dropped on this ball. But no, back to you, Peter.
Yes, the girl has got a nice yellow skirt on, but back to the game. It's a scrum down just outside the St Helens 25. Wigan ought to be trying to put some pressure on here. Let's have a move from the scrum, I think. St Helens lying flat. I think they're going to cancel each other out at this scrum. They're both lying flat on each other. St Helens win the ball. Bailey. But Richard Russell has him covered. Dwyer onto the second row forward. Well met by Chris Miller. Jeff Bimpson in there as well. We're going to have to hold them in this half. This half of the field. Well run, he's running well, really hard. Well met by Andy Collier. Connelly's running really hard. Hard lad. Has to be respected, Martin. Has to be respected. Straight back, ball back. Physio on again for Wigan. Oh, it's Richard Russell's boots. They've been back to Wigan for him. He's borrowed a pair from St Helens Club. They've been all the way from Wigan. Talked to Richard before the game. He said he wanted to have a big game tonight. Changing his boots, Richard. The referee's played on without Richard. And over to Martin.
Yes, Richard forgot his boots. He just got off the coach and said, "I forgot my boots." Well, that's surprising for a professional of his age. Back to you, Peter. What do you think about that?
Well, what is his age, Martin? I don't know. No. With being in the kit bag, I thought someone might have put them in for him. I didn't realise that you had to put your own boots in, Martin, do you?
No comment on that.
No comment on that. Okay, Martin. Let's get back to the game. Some big hits going on here on this field. Timmy Street doing a lot of the horse work. Really fit player.
I think that's donkey work, Peter.
Horse work, donkey work, it's all the same to me, Martin. Well chased up by Richard Russell. He's lost his boot. Maybe he has to go back to Wigan for it, Martin, I don't know. He's lost his boot again, he's only just got them on. Bailey takes the ball away from the line for St Helens. Wigan have him under pressure now. Connolly again, running really strong. Well met by Ian Lucas. Well met by Crusher Collins as well. Steve Crusher Collins. The man they couldn't hang. It's good stint of tackling done by the Wigan pack. They're really working hard. Richard coming out wide now. He's got his boots back on and over to Martin.
Yes, Bernard kicks the ball deep into Wigan's half. I think Paul Unsworth must have it covered. Easy ball there to catch. Very deceptive, Paul Unsworth. When he gets this ball, he thinks as slow as a cart horse when he's running, but...
Yes, Martin. Cart horse, Martin. Cart horse. Big defence by Dwyer. Richard takes the ball up. That's a good ball to Andy Collier. This lad can run, McMenemy. It's a pity he couldn't get on a good run there, because I think it'd have really shown them a clean pair of heels. Really sharp. Vincent run around with Street. Well straightened by Miller. Well straightened. Met with some big defence though. Really big defence. Last tackle. Think it has to go downfield. It's a good grubber kick. Although it went straight to the man. Could have been better. We're going to have to keep this pressure on. We're going to have to keep the defence tight. It's a good ball. Oh, if McManaman could have got away there, I think we'd have seen a try under the sticks. I don't think anybody can catch this lad on this field. He's really sharp. Damien Gregory's down with an injury. And over to Martin.
Yes, Steve McManaman is really quick off the mark. He's very deceptive. You cannot take him head on. He shimmies, he moves. He's like off a shovel. He's a good lad. Scrum there collapsing. Timmy Street in the middle of it. Well, Timmy Street is known for his. He's got a very aggression, a lot of aggression, Peter. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of aggression.
Yes. They're free, trying to get them apart, but no, they refuse to go apart. Back to you, Peter.
Wish the referee had just let them get involved and get on with the game. Although he's not doing a bad job at the moment. I wouldn't like to. Pity we haven't got a penalty count, Martin. Dwyer takes a quick tap. Onto the second row four, well met with a copybook tackle from Andrew Collier. If any youngsters are watching this game, they should look at that tackle. Rewind it on your videos tonight. They'll be talking about that one in the pubs tonight, Martin. Our cameraman's giving us a bit of lip here, but I think we'll just wear him. St Helens are a bit deep now. I think the ball should have come there. Probing kick. Buxton takes it well. Good positioning by the winger. Takes it up to him and met with some top defence. Unsworth, I thought he'd take it away. He's really good at that. I think you might see Paul Unsworth beating the first man he takes on tonight. It's really deceptive. Chris Miller again, the forwards. I think we're going to work it through the forwards and then a downturn again. Plays the ball, Miller. Crusher Collins. He's a good workhorse. He's had a knee injury, but he's just come back into the game. First game back, I believe. Good run around there with Richard. Crowd seemed to think it was a forward pass, but the sixth tackle was up there. Funny, really. They should have known the sixth tackle was up in their own half and shouldn't have given it away, especially in their own half. Over to you, Martin.
Yes, the sixth tackle there, it was very surprising of Wiggins' move, that. I think they were thinking that, St Helens were thinking that it was sixth tackle and they thought they'd kick it. St Helens is here now for a try, yes. Alan Burrows in there for a try here. A good try by Alan Burrows. He's very quick. And Wigan, they're lacking. There's no one dictating play for Wigan. There's a few players for St Helens dictating play. Back to you, Peter.
I agree with that, Martin, but if you notice, I don't like to say it, but a few of the Wigan players were standing flat-footed on the line there. I thought I should have come a bit further forward, like, you know, before like moving on. The winger was running down the field there, and
right,
Paul was stood on his line. You know, he didn't move in.
That's right, yeah.
This is going to be an hard kick. He'll deserve this one if he gets it. He'll deserve all his signing on fee of £100. I'll take that back, Martin. I'll take that back, man.
Okay, Peter. Bit uncalled for that. It's a good kick, not the direction. He's got the height and... Yes. Street. Yes, Bernard Dwyer just receiving attention there. The number 13 for St Helens. He's doing a good stint of tackling, is Bernard. I know, because I play with him in the Great Britain Colts. He's a good player. He's a cracking player. Richard Russell with the ball, ready for the kick-off. Any youngsters watching tonight? anything's watching tonight. Some good rugby played. And it's a good kick by Richard Russell. Gets on the 5 metre line. Yes, there's a scrum down. Wiggins head on ball, I should think, yes. Yes, the sun is going low, so no problem for the fullbacks tonight. The breeze is getting up and good scrummage by Wigan. Oh yes, a good move there by Andrew Collier. David Shaw, oh, good tackle by the number 2 there. Cancelled Damien Gregory's pass. Back to you, Peter.
Well, that was good wing play, but Wigan are on the attack with Bimpson. I think they've better move it to the flanks. They've got some flyers on the wings. Let's have some dictators in, and we seem to be running in 1s and 2s at the moment, Martin. We need some footballers in there. I think we can do without this driving, although they might be settling in for a move or something. St Helens seem to have the field covered now. Richard Russell did well there. Got a late pass there really off Jeff Bimpson. So last tackle is the bomb going up. Buxton puts the ball up in the air, playing them onside. It's a good kick. Well taken by the fullback, well taken by Price. Big defence by Wigan, and it's a try. Is it a try?
Yes, he's giving it Peter.
That was good defence, good tackling by Wigan, which produced a try there. Wigan will have some fire back now. St Helens will be a bit dejected. That was a very good try. Not a brilliant try, but a workmanlike try. They worked hard for that one, Martin. Over to you.
Yes, worked very hard there. Good cracking kick from Carl Buxton. High, and just the right distance, just over the line. And Carl Buxton played everybody on side. The Wigan defence moved up, caused the St Helens to panic, and what became of the panic was a try. That's all we're going to need to do. They move up on the St Helens, play some good football, and that's what they'll do, make them into errors. I've been trying to find my mum all night, Peter. Have you seen my mum?
Well, I think she's over there on the left, Martin, in the crowd over there. She's just waved to you, in fact, Martin. She's just waved to you. Incidentally, the commentary team tonight is Martin Dermott and myself, Peter Sedgwick.
Pity Alex Murphy and Rance French couldn't be here tonight, but the BBC presenters phoned us up tonight and said, could you do the honours? And we said, delighted. Meanwhile, back to the game. And Richard Russell eyeing the kick, and I think Jack, the physio, he's ran on for Carl Buxton. I think he's hurt his foot in that kick, or in that move. It's a good kick, a cracking kick, between the posts. Richard Russell there, showing his cool, unpressured, first team prestige. Yes, it's full of class, this boy. Bernard Dwyer in the centre of the field, ready to kick the ball. Go for the kick, kicks it, going to Steve McManamy. Steve Mac with the ball, the Scouse, on a bit of shoulders going in there. Yes, Steve McManamy is surprisingly, he's from St Helens himself. He used to play for St Helens Colts, but he opted to play for Wigan. It's a cracking lad, cracking mate. Andrew Collier with the ball. Good run. Andrew Collier's got the ball here. Plays it back to Jeff Bimpson. Ian Lucas doing some donkey work again. He's been pushed into touch.
Nice gesture from Merton there. Well taken by Stephen Collins, but some big defence there. Some big defence from Adrian Erner. It's going downtown again. Richard Russell kicking into the sun. I thought that just might tell me. I thought, yes, knock on. Gregory in there with the fist. Well, I thought it was unlucky there not to. St Helens were unlucky not to get a penalty out of that. Silly play by Gregory. Silly play. I like seeing this play from Gregory though. These days he's getting very aggressive. Nice to see. Rogers warming up on the touchline, waited to come on here. I don't know who's coming off, although Jeff Bimpson has had an injury. Stazika takes it up to the line. It's a penalty to Wigan, I think. Second offence. Over to Martin.
Yes, that's his second offence for high tackling. Bernard has come out to win the game and is obviously keyed up. He's an aggressive boy. It's frightening. The lad is frightening. Richard Russell going for the kick. Back to you, Peter.
It's Richard here. Nice to see him playing tonight.
Just for reference, it happens to be 10 points to St Helens, 8 to Wigan. And if we can get this conversion, 10 apiece. They're that busy on about the game, they're forgetting to get the score, you see. You'll all know what it's about now. 10 apiece if he gets the goal.
Yes, 10 apiece. Bit of a pressure kick here for Richard. And he's got it. The score is 10-all. Wigan really should have the tails up. Would you say, Martin?
That's right.
Or tails down?
Tails up, I think, there, Peter.
Yes, tails up definitely. And St Helens will have theirs hanging down. Saints kick off. Well taken by Andrew Collier. Taking up to the line, well run. Side step there. Possible trip? No. Referee says play on. Ian Lucas running really strong. Well done. Offloaded the ball nicely to Stazika. To Street to Stazika. Street behind the play of the ball. Vimpson first man. To Richard Russell. Good ball to Richard Russell. Well straightened by Gregory. Good centre play. And over to you, Martin.
Yeah, good centre play there. Good cracking ball from Richard Russell. Took the man out and Damien Gray just spotted the gap and went through. Stephen Collins with the ball. Number 13 again, lying on the play with the player. Richard Collins playing the ball back to Tim Street, Jeff Bimpson. Richard Russell back to Jeff Bimpson. Not getting a lot of yard. It's the 5th tackle. Tim Street back to Richard Russell's going for the kick. Kicks it downfield. I think the number 2 is going to receive this ball. Yes, the number 2 get as far as he can. Damien Gregory in pursuit. It's a good run by the number 2 on Damien Gregory. Very close there. He would have contact, I think his head would have gone over the sticks. What do you think, Peter?
Oh yes. Might have gone all the way back to Wigan. Is that the direction of Wigan? I said Damien was getting a little bit aggression coming into his game. Could do with controlling it a little bit. The referee says play on. Like I said, Damien there, his aggression, nothing got him through. Fiery tonight. Good sign, I think. Jared Stazika, well run. St Helens cover is on top form. Using this blind side Wigan. I think they could do again it out because they've got a prop out wide here. St Helens. Got Collier straightening well. And over to you, Martin.
Yes, thanks, Peter. Yes, Wigan, I think they're coming to now, Wigan. They're getting the bearings. Jeff Bimpson with a kick. High ball to Price. Price takes it very nice. Price taking the ball up, good sidestep. Doesn't really gain that very far. It's a good tackle. Chris Miller pushing him back. As we were saying before, we're going to just getting the tails up more. Yes. Ian Lucas, good tackle, solid tackle. Rips the ball as well. The ball's out, there should be something here. Oh, Jeff Bimpson trying to get over the player. Could not make it. So resulted in a drop pass. Yes, offside. Wigan offside. I think Damien Gregory is to fault there. Back to you, Peter.
Well, St Helens relieve themselves of pressure now. Getting just near the halfway line with that kick. What can they do with this ball now? Conley here again. Strong running from Conley. Strong running from Conley. That was good running there. Southfield with the ball to Erner. Good backing up play there by St Helens. Wigan's defence has to be on top form tonight.
Collier down.
Andrew Collier down. He's had a bad shoulder all season, a bad arm. Maybe something to do with that. Meanwhile, Wigan play on with 12 men. Was it forward? Yes, it was. The referee says it was. Scrum down in the middle of the field. Could Wigan work a switch move here from the scrum? What can they do? Collier down receiving attention from Jack. A lot of shouting coming out from the dugout from the duo of coaches, Terry Cassidy and John Grady, known as Adolf Bickler and Alf Gurnett, to the lads.
Yes, very appropriate nicknames for them too. Stand them about them 2 feet. Scrum down. I think Andrew Collier has got a bad knee, but yeah, it carries on. The ball straight out. Ball goes back in. The ball's feed in again. Feed in by Jeff Pimpson. I don't think the referee is giving him a fair chance, but still. John Rogers with the ball. Number 7 to number 13, Bernard Dwyer. Good sidestep. Could not slip the ball. The support ran, but was not there. Connolly with the ball. To Mabelli, drops the ball. Richard Russell, I think, having covered there. I think Andy Collier there receiving attention. I think it looks pretty bad. Jack lifting him up. I think he's going to come off. Yes, I think he's going to come off. Yeah, still play carries on. I think Martin Ferris, the substitute forward, is getting warmed up. Jeff Pimpson with the ball. Goes in, comes out the Wigan end. Keeps hold of the ball, Jeff, yes. Good tackle from John Rogers there. Richard Russell to Chris Miller, doing a bit of good handoff there. Tears him down. Tried to push him into touch, St Helens. Chris Miller's got the ball. To Chrissy Collins. Comes in again. Good tackle. Some both good defence by St Helens and Wigan. Stephen Collins with the ball. To Sim Street. To Ian Lucas. And Lucas to Tim Street again. Well, he's having a fine game, Tim Street. He's doing a lot of support and a lot of tackling. And good scrummaging. Jeff Pimpson, Richard Russell. To David Shaw. Richard Russell picks the ball up. Yes, Richard Russell going for the try, I think. It's a good handoff. Good ball, beautiful ball to Damien Gregory. Damien Gregory was over for a try. Well, Richard Russell picked that ball up from nothing. Picked it up, ran, handed the player off, and round the man. Well, this Richard Russell is getting better every day, Peter. What do you think?
Well, he's a class player. He's a class player, Martin. Really, he's a brilliant footballer. Just showed it there, didn't he? Just showed it there. Puts Wigan in the lead, that. Good support play from Damien Gregory. Been doing that all season. Good support play. Andrew Collier looks a little bit sad on the touchline here. He's down on the floor. But unlike you and me, Martin, at least they got on the field.
True.
At least they got on the field. Ian Lucas there giving them a team talk in the middle of the field as Carl Buxton prepares to take this kick. A few of the St Helens players looking a little dejected. They're not huddled together like they was earlier on in this match. As he prepares to take this kick now. There's about 4 minutes left in this half. No. That makes the score 14-10 to Wigan. As Craig Rogers steps on the field in this Colts Challenge Cup final. And over to Martin.
Yes, Craig Rogers, number 14. He's only a young lad, he's 16. English schools from St Patrick's. He's a very good boy. Cracking football player. Now Jesse Tazica gets the ball and takes it up a few yards. Play the ball to Tim Street. Tim Street, I think, yes, to Ian Lucas. Good tackle. Slipped the ball. Craig Rogers gets the ball. Gains a few yards. He's in the action straight away. To Jeff Pimpson. Richard Russell again. To Chris Miller. Oh, just behind the player of the ball. Yes, the winger.
And there's a brawl on Martin, there's that.
Yes, I think there's a few fisticuffs happening here, Peter. Yes? Back to you, Peter.
Well, in a game as tense as this, I think they'll have to watch out themselves because they're going to be letting their teammates down if they let one of the side go to 12 men. They're going to be letting their teammates down either side. So I think they'll have to be careful. David Shaw, fiery tempered player, before he starts the game.
Well, you can expect this, Peter. in a game like this. Plus it's a derby. St Helens against Wigan, they've always been crucial games. Even though it's, when you do play in a league game, it's always a crucial game. But this is a final, yes, on the... I think, yes. The penalty has gone to St Helens. Bernard Dwyer attaching himself to Mark Lee. Onto the prop. Put down. It's going to be a fiery. John Rogers to Mark Lee. John Rogers again. Well met by Chris Miller. Slips the ball, very nice to Mark Lee. Matt Bailey slipped one tackle, but Damien Gregory was there to collect him. Matt Bailey back to the number 12. Don't know his name. Yeah. Matt Jones, number 12, that is. Good tackle by Stephen Collins there. Back of the play ball. Matt Lee taking it in. Long ball to Price. Bernard Dwyer slips. Tackled, yes. I think that is the 6th tackle. I think it's the turnover. Yes, turnover here. David Shaw plays the ball to Tim Street. Takes it up a few yards. Yes, half time. The score is... The score is 14-10. 14 points to Wigan, 10 points to St Helens. Yes, the dejected Andrew Colley just going off the pitch here.
And as we can see, there is plenty of potential on the terracing as well as on the field tonight. Let's get back into this game. That's that, Brian.
It's a lot of potential tonight. Well, back to the game, yes. St Helens is coming out. Warming up. Wigan standing around, walking around. Better stand at back. Wigan proceeding to the line-up. Referee taking the ball. I think, yes, it's St Helens' kick to Wigan. Wigan line up for the ball. I don't think there's no changes in the Wigan side. No changes. And I don't think there's any changes in the St Helens side. So the game starts off as before. Ball goes to touch, bounces. So it's a drop out to St Helens. The Wigan drop out. Richard Russell taking the ball. Kicks to his right. Received by... Oh, knocked on. Knocked on there. Can't see his number. Scrum down. Yes, I think, yes, Richard Russell's gone to loose forward. And Craig Rogers resumed to standoff. Surprising move there. As Richard's doing a lot of ball distribution from back of the scrum. Nearly a high tackle from Bernard there. Pollinswood receives the ball, takes it up, lands on it. Tim Street to Jeff Bimpson to Ian Lucas, who runs very hard, which is stopped. Tim Street to Richard Russell to Jeff Bimpson to Jerry Stazika, who drops the ball and drops him by the number 3. Yes, penalty to St Helens. Jeff Bimpson done for topping. Bernard Dwyer with the ball is going to kick the touch. Back to you, Peter.
St Helens can apply a lot of pressure now. Andrew Colley limping badly, as I can see on the touchline. They've missed the kick and Paul Unsworth feels it very well. Run well, but met with a heavy tackle from Dwyer. Timmy Street, I think he might run it himself away from the play of the ball, yeah. Up to Crusher Collins. I think they'll hold this ball for 6 tackles. Street. Lucas coming blind, but no, Street takes it on himself. Top defence from St Helens here. Ian Lucas doing a lot of graft, a lot of hard work. Bimpson on, Mrs. Stazika out, onto Miller. Miller gets dragged down, slammed down, back slam down. So downtown, Richard Russell. Paul Unsworth thought he might have kicked there. Worked well though, Wigan to get that ball away, but to no avail. Saints on the attack again now. They're back in Wigan's half. Met with some good tackles though, good tackling. Wigan need to spread this field about with their defence. Don't get dragged in down the middle. But they're tackling really well and strong. Dwyer, first man. Dwyer doing a lot of ball playing for St Helens tonight. Sure in the work though, St Helens, I think. Sure in the work. Can't take it away from Wigan. They're winning. They're winning, Martin. What have you got to say about that?
Yes, they're winning. That's the main thing. But St Helens, they come out more fired than Wigan, I think. Yes, plenty of aggression. Nice to take by Bernard. Matt Lee to number 10 to Connolly. A lot of ball work. Yes, John Rogers is nearly through. Noah drops the ball. I receives it back. I think it's a scrum down. Yes, scrum down. A lot of ball work there. Good passing along the line there by the St Helens backs. Scrum down. Just waving to Sean Edwards in the crowd. Good lad, Sean. Good lad. Matt McKay's a professional.
Yes.
Back to you, Peter.
Yes. Vimpson from the back of the scrum here. He's made a lot of breaks from the blind side on the scrum, beating the loose ball, but Dwyer's up to him. A lot of first team and professional experience, Dwyer. Richard on the ball now to Jared Staziker. Well straightened well there. Probably should have held the ball. Gregory wrestles his opposite number down. Dwyer on the ball. Tries to slip it, couldn't. Southwood down the wall. Beats Collins well in there. Bit of scrappy play coming off from St Helens, but they're making Wigan work. Making Wigan run around. It's back to one. Connolly on the ball. Bounces Streeter. Streeter will be back. There's a big hit there from Ian Lucas. Big hit. Over to Martin.
Bernard Dwyer doing a lot of graft, what a ball work to Mark Belly. Plays it back, number 12, number 9 to John Rogers. Gets the ball out, just throws it anywhere to Connolly. What can Connolly do here? Gives the ball to Price, drops the ball, kicks it on. It's a scrum there, back to you, Peter.
Saints should have made a lot more of that. They had a 3-man overlap there. Should have made a lot more of that. So many pros in the line. You're looking for a better football class than that, I should think. So many pros in the lineup. Bimpson, Wigan win the ball with Bimpson. He tries it on again with Dwyer, but Dwyer throws him into touch. Yes, I thought it would have been a penalty, but the referee, good decision there. Bimpson was held once and then Dwyer threw him into touch. Bit like a rag doll. Bit like a doll.
Yes, he's just a small lad, Jeff Bimpson, and the size of Bernard is... Yes, like I say, he's a small lad, but he's got a big heart. Thank you, Peter. Attack, what can we get off this? Yes, Stephen Collins drives the ball up, gains yards. There might be a move on here. Don't really know. Tim Street. I think it's going to Ian Lucas. Yes, Ian Lucas receives the ball, taking it up. Wigan. Yes. Just throws anywhere to, comes to Paul Unsworth. Paul Unsworth gets the ball and he's grounded. Plays the ball to, no, he doesn't play it. Yes, rightly so, he's penalised by the referee. Back to you, Pete.
Yes. Probably should have, it was on, the ball was on, the play was on that he tried, but just tried it a little bit too quickly. Dwyer kicking for touch. Wigan under a lot of pressure in this second now. Packer forwards moving in here. There's another run around on the wall. Inside ball to Connolly. Well met by Collins. Well met. Collins put in some big tackles this half. Run around worked. Bailey tries to take them on, but Bimpson tuckles him. Round the legs. Tuckles. Referee, I think, giving St Helens a lot of the penalty players. I'd like to see the penalty count, but pity we haven't got one, Martin. Anyway, St Helens go for goal. Price going for goal. St Helens move the wingers in to follow the kick up. Over to you, Martin.
Yes, it's 14-10, and I guess it's 14-12 to Wigan. Wigan 14, St Helens 10.
You wouldn't think St Helens was struggling for referees, would you? The referees way over here.
Price line up the ball to the post. It's in the middle of the post. Should have really no problem with this. I think no, it's to the left of the uprights as we look at it. Got the distance but not the direction. So drop out to St Helens. It's Russell, I think. It's Russell receiving the ball to drop the ball. Back to Peter.
Richard, we're looking to get some length and distance on this one. Oh, it's disaster for Wigan. They're really under pressure at the moment. Straight into touch. I think St Helens are opting to go for goal again. Yes, this will make it 14-12 if they kick this. Should have been safe with that ball there. But, bit of a breeze blowing and gusting around up there. St Helens now going to come back in this game. Well, they're not out of it at 14-10 by no means. And he's got that one. That's 14-12, sorry, to Wigan. Wigan's got to just calm it down now. Play possession football. Try to keep in St Helens' half, but it's going to be hard because St Helens will try to pin them down with this bit of a breeze that's knocking about. Wigan need the fire. It's been with them all season. And Richard Russell kicks the ball up. Taken by Dwyer. No, not Dwyer. Dwyer waiting now though for the ball. I think St Helens may use this ball. And he's away. Bale is away now. Takes on Unsworth, but Unsworth brings him down with a ankle tackle. I think he was trying to tie his bootlaces there, Unsworth. Brilliant tackle by Paul Unsworth. Nice running by Conley and Dwyer to send Bailey away there. Crowd uproar there. Dwyer gets the ball onto Bailey. Bailey's away. Yes, nearly got it to Rodgers. Wigan safe again with the ball. Gregory just hold of the ball. Ian Lucas. They're looking for the falls now to just settle this ball down. Stazza connects. No, Street takes it to the other side. Met with some big defence by St Helens. Wigan need to just keep hold of this ball for a bit. Good running from Ian Lucas. Wants some stopping, this lad. Penalty to Wigan for throwing away Ian Lucas's boot. Relieve the Wigan of some pressure there. Nice football from St Helens.
It's been quite stupid really throwing the boot away. Richard Russell with the ball. Very dangerous when he's got the ball, Richard. Can expect anything at any moment. There's some obscene language coming from the crowd there. Just missed with the ball. Not back. It could be back to one. Yes, I think it's off the ball tackle. And off the ball tackle by number 12. On Jeff Bimpson. I can't figure out his name. I'll just check with Peter. Jones. The name's Jones. Unnecessary tackle there by Jones. Still, Wigan gain the ball from this penalty. Richard Russell kicks into touch, 20 yards. The tap, Tim Street on the 10 to Stephen Collins, who takes it up. Good run by Stephen Collins, gains quite a lot of ground there. Tim Street with the ball. Takes it blindside to Chris Miller. Miller steps out of one tackle. Looks like Alan Burrows with a bit of fist there. The linesman a bit slow spotting that, Peter.
Yeah, really slow. I thought he just waited till the referee made a decision instead of coming on. When he first saw it. Surely he saw it with putting his flag up, so...
Well, everybody at this side saw it, Peter. And I don't see why the linesman didn't see it, because it was only 5 yards away. Just go to the...
Well, you know what they say about referees and linesmen, Martin? They're a bit 1, 2, 3 blind.
Blind.
Deep stuff.
Tim Street with the ball to Jeff Bimpson, to Stephen Collins. Takes the ball up, gains a few yards. Tim Street behind the play of the ball. To Chris Miller. Switch to Ian Lucas. Over an extra leg. Looked like an over extra leg there. Back to you, Peter.
As Ray French would say, the Cumberland throw. Craig Rogers there with the ball, kind of ruffled about there, but he won't mind that. Chris Miller worked really hard tonight. McMenemy not really had a chance to run Steve McMenemy, but we'd know about it if he did. Bimpson with the ball to Richard Russell. Richard takes him on, almost through. Tried to slip the ball to Stazika, but just couldn't. It's the 5th tackle. Street looks behind him. Craig Rogers, drop goal attempt. No, Price takes the ball with ease. Brings it away from his own line. Well tackled by McMenemy. St Helens now, they should really use this wind. A little bit of a breeze, what's in the air. What's for them? They don't need it. Brilliant break by the wingman there. Brilliant break.
It's a good break there, but Steve McManus had it covered. It covered all across the field, and his speed just matched the wingers. Good tackle by Steve McManus there. Bernard with the ball. The penalty was for offside. So they gain 40 yards. St Helens penalty. On the 10, John Rogers with the ball. I think he's passing to Werner, the number 8. No, to Matt Lee. To Connolly, who passes it out to Bernard. Bernard Dwyer, that is. Number 12, Jones with the ball. Good tackle. Tackle by Miller. Marley with the ball again. Bailey running round. Another good tackle by Miller. Shaw drags him down. Good back slam there by Shaw. I like that tackle very much. Bernard with the ball, taps it to himself. The ball to Lee. Lee still on his feet. Good tackle by his opposite number 9 Street. Oh, well done by Craig Rogers, the youngster there.
That was good thinking by Craig Rogers, plus good thinking by the Euchre who tried to kick through from the play of the ball. Craig, such a good footballer, he saw it and he knew what was going on. Back to 1 for Wigan now, Timmy Street. Good grafter. Knocked on though, unlucky. Wigan could have done with being steady there. Just playing steady football for a while. Looked a bit like feeding to me. Dwyer with the ball to Bailey. Good covering from Bimpson. And Rogers again. Safe pair of hands. Could have been caught out though there, Craig, a little bit wide by the switch move from with Dwyer. What do you think, Martin?
Yeah, I do very much, yes.
Collins now. Wigan should just settle this ball. Street. Done a lot of work, Timmy Street tonight. Gerald Stazika, workhorse in the back. St Helens are tackling some big defence. Stazica plays the ball. Chip over the top for Rogers. Cleans it, picks it up. Oh! Unlucky there not to get the ball away to Bimpson. Good thinking by Craig Rogers.
Yes, he's there again, Craig Rogers. Tips over the man. Nice bounce there. Spaces it right, just catches it right, but the pass a bit too late. The man stuck out his arm, but Jeff Bimpson would have got the ball. I think there's something there. I think substitution, yes, substitution there. Matthew Forrest. I think Ian Lucas receiving attention. He's coming off. I think it's his shoulder. Well, that's a big blow for Wigan. Ian Lucas has had a fine game. He's coming off. The substitute forward, number 15, Matthew Forrest, going on. He's getting a good round of applause there, is Ian Lucas. He's had a fine game. A sturdy game. Well, it's a big blow for Ian in a game like this. Matthew Forrest coming on. Big lad, Matthew Forrest. Should have no problem in the scrum about White. He's a good lad, he's a good tackler. Craig Rogers doesn't get in touch. Bad mistake there, bad mistake. Matthew Forrest saving the action straight away. Matthew Forrest. High tackle. Stupid mistakes. Could lose games, these. What do you think, Peter?
Well, he's only just come onto the field. I think he's just trying to let them know he's here, I think. But like you said, silly mistakes. Just pushed them back about 30 yards. Put St Helens back on the attack. Really silly. They're coming for the ball, but didn't really expect it. What do you say about that? Okay.
I'll up now, Peter. I'll go to the toilet, okay? Back to you.
Well, when duty calls, Martin, duty calls. Stazica with the ball. Tackled by Connolly. Richard Russell now kicks the ball downfield. Taken well by the wingman. Taken really well. Ankle tap. Ankle tap by Carl Buxton there. Shaw in with the tackle as well. Southwood. Well taken there by Jared Stazica. Bernard Dwyer onto Bailey. Bailey wrapped up, no. Gets the ball away. We have a guest speaker here coming up. First team man Sean Edwards. I know. First team man Sean Edwards coming up now to the watch teacher. What do you think about the game so far, Sean?
Well, it's been really tight. St Helens on top most of the time in the first half. Wigan were really lucky to be in front, I think, at half time.
Is that all you got to say about it, Sean? Or have you not been watching it?
I've been watching the game actually, and Wigan seem to be keeping it too tight round the play the ball. But the St Helens defence is pretty good.
I agree. We're going to have to keep it tight here though, Sean on the line. Martin Furr's taken away. Timmy Street, he'll do the dog work. Wrapped up though. Bimpson behind the play the ball. He'll be looking to bring his forwards on this ball. Stazica coming. He'll come all night. I didn't mean that the way it sounded.
Richard Russell's really looking the class play between the sides tonight. Seems to be all the difference between winning and losing for Wigan.
Yes, had a good game, Richard. Cleaned up by Price. Well in there by Price, with Rogers following in with his feet. 50-50 ball. Craig Rogers was it in order to do that. Street doing some menacing defence. Street in the tackle again. Top defences from both sides. Yes, Sean.
St Helens seem to be relying too much on their loose forward, Bernard Dwyer. He seems to be kingpin of the side. Without him, they seem very short.
Bernard sporting a beard tonight. Having a top game, a big game. The winger may be away here. Oh, it never looked. They got the ball out a little bit too late there. He really should have got Bailey away there. Bailey in support all the way. Bimpson onto Miller. Miller. Bit of an high tackle for Stazika there, and I think the referee's pulled it up. What do you think about these high tackles, Sean?
Well, in this tackle there must have been many high tackles. It's unbelievable. The ref seems to have lost complete control over the situation. I've never seen as many high tackles this season.
St Helens crowd here giving this referee a little bit of stick, but I think he's given the penalties towards St Helens. Austin Donegan, the St Helens substitute, coming on the field. Just waiting here. It's getting a bit nippy now tonight. Started off a nice evening, but my toes are freezing. Richard Russell. Wigan seem to have a penalty out of this. Well, this lad Connolly had a fine game. He can be proud of what he's done tonight. He's run hard, hit hard. I think he's hit everybody on the field. Fine game. Both substitutes coming on for St Helens. Richard Russell, I think, going to kick for touch. Seemed to be a bit unaware of who was coming off. This has been a top entertaining game.
I think both sides seem to be tiring at the moment, Peter. I think it's a very good move by St Helens to bring both substitutes at this stage of the game, because they need something need a game breaker to change the game from.
Well, Wigan might have used the same tactics, except they haven't been as fortunate. They've had 2 injuries. 2 players have had to come off. It's upset the balance of the side. Losing Ian. That's good running though from Crusher Collins. Timmy Street, I think, setting up a move here. Eddie, knock the camera when you start walking from down. Timmy Street behind the play of the ball. To Bimpson. To Richard Russell. Run around with Bimpson. Inside to Stazika. Ball to the ground. Rogers picks the ball up for St Helens. Slips it to the hooker, but tackled and buckled up with by Shaw. Well, this lad looks like to be a second row. Do you know where he's come on, Shaw?
No idea. The St Helens side actually, Peter.
Donegan wants some stopping this lad when he comes on the ball. Ran hard and straight there. St Helens moving this ball well. High tackle there with Crusher Collins.
That's very indicative of the game where it's gone so far tonight. Some ridiculously high tackles been going on.
I agree. He's been letting them go. Although Crusher Collins has done a few tackles out this season and not been pulled up. Must be that he's let a few go, he's just pulled him up at this moment in time. St Helens going to level the scores here. Pressure kick on Price. Missed one earlier on, which was a nearer than this, so I wonder what's going through his mind right now. What will be going through your mind, Sean, at this moment in time?
Well, obviously we're just hoping to slot the ball between the posts, keep his head down and follow through with a kick.
Steps up to take this kick now. Is it over? Yes, it's over. The score's drawn, level at 14 apiece, 14 each. What can this Wigan side do? This St Helens side have the tails up, they're really firing. Let's hope that someone like Richard Russell can do the same for Wigan.
And that's the only hope Wigan's going to win at the moment. They seem to rely a lot on Richard Russell's individual skills to bust the line and hopefully pull something out of the bag for him, because St Helens have definitely controlled the game more than Wigan.
Richard Russell to kick off, puts a grubber along the floor. Unluckily not to take that. Good kick there from Richard Russell. Let's hope that Wigan can put some attack on here, some sort of counter. Yeah, I think one of the big changes is Richard going in the pack. Vimpson tries to take them on, but second row's come out to the scrum and cover him, with Rogers taking him as well. Collins on the ball. Big defence. Vimpson, all the work coming from him. First man to Richard Russell. To Jared Staziker. Tried to get the ball out to Martin first, but it went to the ground.
I think that's been Wigan's story so far tonight. They've been coughing the ball up in some really bad situations, especially on the opponent's 25.
Saints play the ball. Wigan man injured again. We could do without this really, because Firmino's playing with 12 men. St Helens on the break now. Well buckled up by Crusher Collins. Did really well. They're working the blind side. Burrows. Wigan's defence need to be on top form. St Helens are using the 6 tackles well, using the ball well. Ball back, the ball's kicked straight out of the field there. From my position I can just see Andre Collier limping back to the dugout. Sad injury for Wigan, badly missed forward. Him and Ian Lucas. Good work rates. Another Wigan player down, it's Chris Miller. Referee's having a word with him. "12 minutes to go in this game, level at 14 each. I don't know what happens if it's a draw, probably a replay. Probably a replay at Central Park, Wigan. I wouldn't mind a replay myself. Probably get a game there. Good game, good run in there from Vimpson. Like I said before, he took them on from the scrum a lot. Got away there, good run. Miller takes it up. Back slam down. Vimpson onto Richard Russell. Onto Jed Staziker. Good work rate from Staziker. He'll come all night. Running really well. Vimpson switches it to the blind side. Held on for a little bit too long there. Yes, Sean.
I think one of the problems with Wigan's play tonight has been that the front three have been running slightly too close to the play ball and being picked off by the double markers of St Helens.
Yeah, I think St Helens have worked on the defence, but so have Wigan. Player being called out now. Wigan could put themselves on the attack here with this ball. It's Bernard Dwyer. Will Wigan attempt to go for goal? I think it's a little bit far out. He's going for a touch. It's a good kick there from Richard Russell. Puts Wigan on St Helens' 25. Wigan needs some inspiration from somewhere. Not long of this match remaining. Can Wigan pull this one out of the fire? Collins drives in. I think they're settling it in. I think there should be a move on. Vimpson standing at first man. Switches it though to Rogers. Rogers attempt at drop. It's there! Rogers! Could that be the match winner? Sean, what do you think about that?
Well, a drop goal from a young fella, you know, he's just coming to the side, 16 years of age. To take pressure onto himself like that was truly amazing. What a fantastic drop goal.
Brilliant. Class. Simple class. Buxton takes the ball up. Wigan just hold this ball now. Wigan should just hold this ball now. 10 minutes left. Can they hold on to that 1 point lead? Miller bringing the ball away. 10 minutes is a long time in a cup final. Could St Helens pull it out? I think we're going to have a few injuries.
I think Wigan should play ball control football here, hit it up through the forwards and kick it down with probably a big kick from Richard Russell with a good chase from the rest of the pack to get the St Helens right deep in their own half.
Rogers takes him on. Tries to slip the ball out, but good play by Wigan, holding the ball for 5 tackles at least. Richard Russell, big boot from Richard Russell. Lucky bounce, and pins St Helens right down in their own 10-yard line. Brought away well though by the winger. McManamy policed him well. Gregory followed up well there. Some good tackles tonight, Damien Gregory. Dwyer takes the ball in. Dwyer, no runner. Dwyer, oh, this is a brilliant break. Vimpson just throws the ball out. And Rogers again. Rogers been there a few times when the ball's been needed to be scraped up. Vimpson just taking it up to the line. Possession football needed to be played by Wigan. Makes St Helens tackle. St Helens can't score without the ball. Well run by Timmy Street. Over to you, Sean.
That's definitely right. Wigan just want to take the tacklers out and let the clock run, then beat it down deep again, and with another good chase. And it's Richard Russell, his buster line. It's just brought down with an ankle tap from St Helens.
Timmy Street onto Paul Unsworth. As I said before, this lad's very deceptive. Good run from Paul Unsworth. He's a good player. Richard Russell, drop goal attempt again. 2 points in the clear now. Good drop goal from Richard Russell. Poised himself well there, struck the ball really cleanly.
I don't know what Wigan Colts have been doing in training, but it seems they've been practicing drop goals for the past couple of weeks for the standard of drop goal and what's going on.
Big defence there from Southwood. Shaw takes the ball in. Not a lot of ball tonight, Shaw, but looking for it now when the work needs to be done. Forrest running well. Timmy Street behind the play of the ball. To Bimpson, to Richard Russell, to Stazika. Ball went to ground again. I think they should be playing possession football, Sean.
I agree and tell him, Peter. I think that was stupid football from Wigan. They should have just worked it through the forwards, played ball control and got it downfield like they had done before.
Penalty to St Helens now. Richard Russell collecting the man of the match, and I think it's £25, so that'll be alright. I think he'll be celebrating with that one tonight, if Wigan win. The lad deserves it. Had a good game. What's this? A new headed away by Steve McManamy. Well, you have to try anything in these last 9 minutes.
That was definitely a desperation tactics from St Helens. I think they tried it a little bit too early because they have got 5 minutes to go, possibly in the last minute, but definitely not with 5 minutes to go.
Tension creeping in though, I think they're on St Helens. Oh no! Oh, disaster for Wigan! Oh no, straight in front of the post. The St Helens cameraman here are just laughing their heads off, man.
Absolutely unbelievable from Richard Russell. He's done it twice on the trot now. After having such a great game, the lad must be a little bit disappointed at that effort.
Well, definitely going for goal. Only hope Wigan can have now is that he does a John Fox, like John Fox did at Wembley, and screws it wide. That's the only hope Wigan have. Vimpson has his hands on his knees, he's looking at this ball. Adrian Erner, I think he's got the 25 quid for the Saints man of the match. Disaster for Wigan there. Is he going to kick it? Is he going to do a Don Fox? He's done it. He's got the goal kick. That's upset Wigan. Wigan back now. Trotting back. 2 minutes to go there, and anything but that could have happened. Jekyll and Hyde there for Richard Russell. Feel really sorry for him.
Only thing Wigan could hope for now. Oh, that's a silly kick from Wigan. They should have done, they should have kicked it deep and hope for a mistake from St Helens and possibly go for another drop goal.
Well, they might have considered going for goal. They have a slight breeze with them, but no. Dwyer tapped it. Dwyer took the ball in. It's a scrum down.
That's exactly what I meant there from St Helens. If Wigan had kicked it deep, you never know, that could have happened right on the Saints line.
16 points each now. This game really tense. Man for man marking at these scrums, nobody can give an inch. St Helens win it. Oh! Throwing the ball wildly wide. Donegan to the centre, to the winger. Back inside. Good football from St Helens. They've really got Wigan under pressure. The crowd are going wild. Bailey takes it blind. Tries to slip the ball but can't. Knock on there in front of the post. Some of the Wigan side look a little bit tired. It's been a hard season for them.
Wigan seems to have lost a bit of penetration since the big first team foul went off. Ian Lucas seemed to be lacking his penetrative runs up the middle.
His experience has been badly missed. Same with Andrew Collier as well. Two good working grafting forwards. Anything could happen now. St Helens have Wigan on their own, in their line. Wigan win this ball. Let's keep hold of the ball. Nothing silly here. Penalty though to Wigan. Silly though, when Wigan had them on their own line. When Saints had Wigan on their line. Damien Gregory well settled down there. Collins.
I believe Wigan must wait for a draw now and hopefully get their own replay at Central Park, where I think they will beat St Helens. But they must play ball control like they should have done earlier on. Just work it upfield for the kick.
Wigan trying to play football at this stage of the game. Rogers brought down by the ankles by Bailey. Richard Russell kick downfield. Winger has this covered, I think. Yes, he takes the ball up. Well policed by Damien Gregory. Oh no, what is this? Touch judges on. Could St Helens go for goal if the penalty goes for them? Well, it's Ed Gregory's fiery. Are Saints going to go for goal? Could they pull this one off? No, Dwyer decides to go for touch. Puts Wigan really under pressure. The Wigan's really in their own 25. I think we're in injury time now. There can't be much time left. I think the referee's looked at his watch.
I think St Helens will do the same as what Wigan did. Work it to the middle of the field and possibly try a drop goal. And there's the final whistle.
Well, there we have it. 16 apiece. A great match. Looking forward to the replay where I think I might be able to play in that one. I hope so anyway. If selected. Just like to thank Sean for joining me.
Thank you very much, Peter. It's been an excellent game. And hopefully I'll be there at the replay at Central Park.
Thank you, Sean. I don't know where Martin went. I think he got cold feet up here. Brilliant game. Enjoyed by all. 16 apiece. You can't beat entertainment like that. Brian. Players go into the tunnel now. They were really tired. They worked really hard. I think we're going to be worrying about the injuries to Ian Lucas and Andy Collier. Well worth the trip to St Helens to watch this game. Yeah. Presentation must be being held in the presentation now to Richard Russell, I think, being made just outside the dugout. Although the players seem to be going in. Where? I think the presentations.
Goodbye from Burnden Park.
Friend, Filipina. Owen Wright. Steve Ella foiling that attempt by Owen Wright to flick it out wide to Hugh McGann. Graham. Sorensen. Flicks it back to nowhere. Clayton Friend tidies up. O'Regan. Cooper. Dane Sorensen. See if they can make a try out of this. Hugh McGann almost making the break there, but they've lost possession again. Ellery Hanley. Hugh McGann, it was a little slow to get up.
They just can't seem to make that break through the Wigan defence.
Certainly the one thing you could say is that the Wigan defence has been superb. Just trying to see who that is on the ground there. But he doesn't look very well.
Looks like Neil Courtney, the open side prop.
Looks as though he's been knocked out. And at the same time, Glenn Gallagher, the New Zealand physiotherapist, administering some aid to Hugh McGann, who took a knock. Well, he's got up, but he doesn't look too well. Cooper. Cooper running through the defence.
Very good run.
Now this is where they need to make that break. Shelford. Nearly losing it, but holds on. Little double round with Howie Tumbley. Clever stuff. Adrian Shelford. And they've lost possession again. Well, it seems that every time they get within spitting distance of the line, they lose possession. Really has been the story of the second half. The Kiwis looking far more penetrative when they've had the ball in the second half, but just not able to finish it. Ellery Hanley. And you'll hear the crowd go up every time Ellery Hanley touches the ball, whether or not he does anything. Perhaps indicative of the amount of money that Wigan paid for his transfer. I guess the publicity, Graham, has accompanied him since he came here, and they expect enormous things of him every time he has the ball.
They certainly do. He was a leading try scorer last year, and he scored some superb tries. And the Wigan public are waiting to see it happen again.
Clayton Friend almost making it there and linking up with Mark Bourneville, but the ball went out. Clayton Friend in one of his characteristic nippy little runs, slipping away before they knew he'd gone.
Just seems that last pass is not going to come off, doesn't it?
Only 3 minutes to go. Hampson. Hanley. Filipina catches him. Well, it's looking like a hopeless task for the Kiwis now. Less than 2 minutes remain in the game. Ella. Shane Cooper going back. court. So back right near their own line now, the Kiwis. Ropati trying to bust his way through as the Kiwis regroup. Just inside their 22-metre line. We don't know how much injury time there is, but it looks as though we may have a total of 4 minutes left on the board. Less than 2 minutes of normal time, and it seems about another 2 of injury time. I think it would be a Houdini feat if the Kiwis can get out of this one in the time remaining. They've certainly looked likely. Down 14 points to 8. A little bit of a steal, which Clayton Friend didn't get away with on that occasion. Less than a minute of normal time now, and Wigan not anxious to hurry things. They know if their defence can hold up for another couple of minutes, they've got this one sewn up. Dutoit trying to find a way through. Into injury time now, and the Kiwis trailing by 14 points to 8. Last tackle for Wigan. Straight to Ella. Ella had to go at a drop goal. Cooper picks it up. And the crowd sensing that full time is almost up, and that Wigan may have a victory over this highly rated and highly celebrated Kiwi side. O'Regan. Shelford. Tackles on the Kiwis. Hugh McGann losing it forward. Ellery Hanley picks it up. Good luck that time for the Kiwis as Adrian Shelford picks it up, but full time is up. That's the game. And the Kiwis have lost their first tour match, one that they desperately wanted to win to start the tour off on a good note. They knew they were up against very tough opposition in Wigan, and they knew that this was going to be a difficult match to win. They have failed to do so in the first one, beaten by 14 points to 8. They looked likely a number of times in the second half, but they just could not get over that line. Well, Graham West, I don't think luck really went their way in many cases, but at the same time, there were too many mistakes for players of this quality.
Certainly was. They made a number of good breaks, and when it come to the end of them, they let the ball go. I think it's going to improve in the next couple of games, and in the test matches I think they're going to be a very big force to be reckoned with.
How much of it could you put down to the forwards' lack of match fitness, at least 3 or 4 of them?
I think there's a lot to be said for it. There's different things like changing of a ball. If the ball's a different ball from what you're used to playing with, it all goes down to it, and the weather's been absolutely atrocious, so I think there's better things to come myself.
almost a raffle in today's conditions, but all credit to Wigan. We knew that they were going to be a tough side. We knew that they were going to be very stiff opposition, and I think perhaps my man of the match would be Steve Ella.
Certainly his kicking created a lot of havoc for New Zealand, and I think he's going to be one of the aces in our pack for this year.
So that's the way the first tour match has gone. I'm sure there will be some soul searching in the Kiwi camp and a lot of questions asked as to why this match was lost. They needn't feel any shame at having lost against quality opposition like Wigan, but one hopes that the kind of play that they are expected to perform over here can only get better. They've lost the first one by 14 points to 8. Wigan the winners, and in the overall score of Wigan versus New Zealand, this was the 9th match. The score now favouring Wigan by 5-4.